The War Master's Gambit. The Horus Heresy, a pivotal event in the annals of the 31st millennium, was ignited by a series of calculated moves orchestrated by War Master's Horus Lupercal. Once the Emperor's most trusted Lupercal, Horus' descent into treachery was neither sudden nor unforeseen but the result of meticulous manipulation and profound personal transformation. Horus' journey towards heresy began on the moon of Davin. Responding to a rebellion incited by the planet's governor, Horus led a campaign to quash the insurrection. During the assault, he was grievously wounded by a tainted blade wielded by the corrupted governor Navethral to the plague god Nergal. This weapon, known as the Anatheme, was imbued with warp magic, bypassing Horus' formidable defenses and poisoning him. The injury was beyond the healing capabilities of conventional medicine, leaving Horus on the brink of death. In a desperate bid to save the War Master, members of his legion turned to the Serpent Lodge, a divinate cult with knowledge of ancient rituals. The Lord's priests performed a ceremony that healed Horus' body but left his soul vulnerable to the whispers of the Chaos gods. During his convalescence, Horus experienced visions that sowed seeds of doubt about the Emperor's intentions, leading him to believe that the Emperor sought to ascend to godhood, abandoning his sons and the Imperium. These manipulations preyed upon Horus' insecurities and ambitions, steering him towards rebellion. The formation of the traitor legions. Empowered by his newfound convictions, Horus began to covertly gather support among the Primarchs and their legions. He exploited existing grievances and rivalries, persuading several to join his cause against the Emperor. Notable among the defectors were Fulgrim, Primarch of the Emperor's children, whose pursuit of perfection made him susceptible to the temptations of Slaanesh; Angron, Primarch of the World Eaters, whose insatiable thirst for battle aligned with the bloodlust of Khorne; Mortarion, Primarch of the Death God, whose disdain for the Emperor's hypocrisy made him receptive to Nergal's embrace; Logger, Primarch of the World Bearers, whose devout nature led him to worship the Chaos gods as divine entities. These alliances bolstered Horus' strength, setting the stage for a galaxy-wide civil war. To eliminate loyalist elements within the legions, Horus orchestrated a culling on the planet Istvan III. He dispatched companies suspected of remaining loyal to the Emperor under the pretense of a sanctioned assault. Once planetside, these forces were subjected to an orbital bombardment known as the virus bombing, intended to annihilate all life. However, a contingent of loyalist estates survived and mounted a resistance, forcing Horus to commit additional resources to suppress the insurrection. Emboldened by his initial successes, Horus laid a trap for the loyalist legions dispatched to quell his rebellion. On the plains of Istvan V, 7 legions landed to confront the traitors. Unbeknownst to the loyalists, 4 of these legions had secretly pledged themselves to Horus. At the climactic moment, these turncoat legions betrayed their loyalist brethren, resulting in a massacre that decimated the Emperor's forces and solidified Horus' ascendancy. With the bulk of the loyalist legions crippled, Horus advanced towards Terra, the heart of the Imperium. His campaign was marked by systematic assaults on key worlds, disrupting supply lines and sowing discord. The War Master's strategic acumen and the ferocity of his forces brought the Imperium to its knees, culminating in the Siege of Terra, a protracted and brutal conflict that would determine the fate of humanity. The War Master's Gambit was a masterclass in manipulation, strategy, and exploitation of existing fissures within the Imperium. Horus' transformation from the Emperor's favored son to arch-traitor was orchestrated through a combination of personal vulnerabilities and external corruptive influences. His ability to rally disaffected Primarchs and their legions under the banner of rebellion showcased his charisma and tactical genius. The ensuing civil war not only reshaped the political landscape of the galaxy but also had profound and lasting impacts on the cultural and religious fabric of the Imperium. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, share and subscribe.